Oh.
Uh-oh. Turn around? Go the other way. Hallways are bad for motion sickness. Did anyone wear these?
Regular clothes.
Streets of Hong Kong?
Frozen gaze. Dissociation. BB, you are ill.
Tell me again about the virus and the host. Tell me again how the virus infiltrates, donning the host's likeness and function so that they are indistinguishable from one another.
Let me work on an antidote.
Ribbons of their guts in my wake.
BB,
What if it was you I had shot in the face?
stop. Those sisters are not family.
But she feels for each one.
The structures and ethics that governed our lives before. They don't. They can't.
Which is why she's still willing to hold on to Noah.
Had you not shot each bullet as exacting as you know best, we wouldn't be here. We've come this far because of you.
Because of me. This far. Is it far enough?
To be honest with you, I don't know.
Disease that clones you. Or that copies the host's function.
Holy.
Who's that?
I don't know who has the green hair there.
I don't know who has green hair. I mean, Fixer is green, but was there a student that looks like one of the kids, but don't know if I can place it. Talking to Mauve.
Mm-hmm. But she doesn't like that name.
Nope, too bad. She had a chance to correct it. She had a chance to say anything. You know? She was given the name due to lack of input.
You. An unbecoming fashion. A cold reception.
You can't be surprised.
You've barely aged.
I would call you eldest, but you are not my sister.
Yeah, bathroom boyfriend.
So, is it greener?
What?
My mother took you. Is it greener?
What she did was not right.
Then why did you all take her side? I ask as if I care. As if I have not spent eternity toiling over this, coming
Iris
to the only possible conclusion.
took the other sisters with her?
See, that's where we're not clear. But after she killed Mutant Zhao, all we know is you walked up to them and you did the Sisters Must See Fire burn, right? And then they burned, but we don't know. But we don't know what that meant. We don't know if that was literal. Seemed to be metaphorical. You know, we know they got buried because they obviously did not burn in that moment. They were under the ground, but then they were gone. And
Wasn't there a whole bit where like Clone Zhao got slashed, and then we felt like the immunity was removed from there, and then they tried to like find a solution?
she took the hair, right,
Yeah.
as punishment for sure. But the sequence of what happened to them after that, I feel very confused by, because what I remember is the walking up to them and then doing the burn sequence, and then you go up to was it Noah last, and she says, "I will not." No, or was it Principal? No, I forget who. But you go up to the last one, and she
And
goes,
the burn sequence was later on, right?
I believe so. Yes, but that was, and then the "I will not burn" moment. And then aside from that, I can't, because I don't remember at this point. It's jumbled up narratively. There's also the part where we were told they were buried under the wooden planks, like the students from the first school.
Okay.
In chapter 1, the first communion, we saw the wooden planks, which was where the victims of the disease were buried. And we saw them buried in those wooden planks under the waterfall, or we were told, and then we went down to free them. And that's all I got, whatever that means. So I don't know. I don't think we have a clear answer on the first sisters, to be perfectly honest. Or if we do, I didn't pick up on it. Are you seeing anything as you scroll? I suspect we just got to go forward.
Yeah, going forward is probably a good idea, I guess. If I see something, I'll let you know.
I'm just at this point.
Yeah, I'm down with moving forward.
Yeah. Because I had questions about that last scene and the shot and everything, and I'm like, nope, let's just move forward.
What conclusion?
The lot of you, unimaginative. She was keeping us down, and you all loved it, lapped it up.
But I will say that, like, what's difficult with the narrative we're putting together is we're filling in the gaps, but because it's so fractured, you don't even know sometimes when gaps get filled.
Wow.
And or when you are missing something. You know, if a scene comes in that replaces something you previously thought, it's like we're holding so much right now that it's like, yeah, that got overwritten, but that wasn't a core memory, you know. So it is hard to keep track of details like that at this point, for sure.
Pathetic. I was bold, and so I was punished.
You must understand, Mother was not well. She hid this from you. You were not the only victim.
Tell me, old clone, did your family turn their back on you? Did the love of your life ever leave you to rot?
Do you think she's describing something about herself there? We don't know that. She
Like
said,
being abandoned by Iris.
yeah. But who's she referring to when you say love of your life? That's not mom.
Usually not mom,
Not
usually like a
mom.
partner, but I assume that for Principal, this is the biggest kind of love that she's
I
ever
suppose
had.
so. I suppose so. Like, I had a moment when she looked at Watcher going, "You're like me," because she was watching Watcher talk to Fixer and relating. She's like, "You're like me," she says to the person who is kind of rebelling a bit against the system and having a relationship with another sister. But yeah, maybe not
How
literal.
will we ever move forward without forgiveness?
And the relationship she had with the Zhaos was like trying to make a gift for Mother.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we saw her like.
She was proud of the Zhao, but like,
The Prime Zhao certainly was talking about like caring for her in that moment, but I don't know that we saw the two as a like relationship. But it could be inferred.
yeah, I didn't think of it as a relationship.
No, it
yeah.
felt like her relationship. It felt like Zhao was doing what Zhao's job was,
Mm-hmm.
and it felt like her relationship to the Zhaos was, I need to make the perfect gift for Mother, not I love this person, right?
Until you have lost what I have lost, until you have persevered like I have, you are in no position to pass judgment on me. No one is. Anything else?
I only came to say that I'm sorry, youngest. I wished things had turned out differently.
You can go now.
I think this is everyone in the communion having a chance to communicate with each other. Maybe. This might be different conflicting relationships having a chance in the giant ray, Ayanami, to talk to each other and work out their understandings or misgivings with each other.
I see.
I think that's what's going on. Because the older sister there definitely had a sense of understanding that we had no idea where the older sisters were at, because they just were like being the weird. Well, okay, the information we were given from principal / youngest's point of view was like the older sisters were mean and they didn't play with her, and they were very non-existing two-dimensional creatures.
Yeah.
Every time we saw the eldest and the others, well, okay, maybe except for the time when it said the eldest, but I feel like a lot of those memories of the first sisters were like fake cartoon character people in their weird poses, you know?
Okay.
JoJo fake posing. But that person that just spoke there was a real person who said Mother is sick and was referring to the fucked up things Principal was doing with a very real understanding of the gravity of them.
Okay.
And that's not the people that we met earlier, you know? I think that's what's happening here.
Even when the sisters apologized to youngest for saying, hey, we didn't play right with you.
True, that scene did occur as well. They didn't sound anywhere near as comprehensive as that purple sister just did.
Okay.
They still felt far, far away from that in my memory. Fuck. What do you even say? What do you say? Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. I agree. I agree. I 100% agree. No, bars. That was fucking hot. That was great. You don't get to find out what that conversation is like. That's not for you. Good shit.
Nice. Some things don't need to be seen.
No,
or
everyone's working their shit out. Everyone's working it out. We get a moment. That was excellent. Tear gas. Protests.
旅途真係愉快，空氣清新，環境宜人。香港，你有冇掛住我？
Shivers.
La Ravacholière.
喂，唔好咁望住我喎，係唯一嘅直航機。吓？一啲都唔凍。
Damn. Direct flight back to your memories.
半路落去，我已經不省人事。
Yeah.
連機票都唔使買。
Yeah.
爸爸免費。唔使。
Yeah. Like, yeah, no, jokes to the end. Jokes to the end. I fucking jumped. Let's crack some wise about it.
曬下太陽咁，搭咗咁耐機，唞下咯。
You know what I wonder too? We're seeing mass communication relay towards everyone that's alive.
And everything, it seems, if you're including the city.
Well, so here's the bit. The the memories of everything that is no longer alive exist within the secretaries, right? That's still there. So we're going back to like DNA memory of these people and their experiences, and they too get to be a part of the conversation with each other, you know, with each concept. And I guess
Mom and Dad did have that discussion as their experience will live on through Iris.
And I guess the thought is like,
it's in your blood.
Well, so that's what my question is, like, you know, are we seeing, is it an imperfect version of them that is the censored, you know, when you're like, I'm only going to show you some memories of what's going on? Or is it the true complete version? I would say narratively it would make sense for it to be the true complete representation of everybody, of the dead. Those who are alive are still alive, but those who are dead, if the living DNA memory, so to speak, is what we're talking to, not the selective choices of the individuals that were alive, then that's a realer moment, you know?
你都嚟啦，我哋兩個都經歷咗咁多事。我諗係時候去大排檔。
Lossless transfer. It is them. It's 100%.
好肚餓啊，好似成世都冇食過嘢咁。你嚟唔嚟啊？睇嚟你都好肚餓，終於可以一齊食飯。
Interesting that it's represented via walking through back alleys and hallways. And like, I guess real Hong Kong texture. Not texture, but like walking through the city, you know? of all the ways to have people sit at a table and meet.
Yeah.
Given that the population is countless copies of this particular DNA memory.
Clara.
You've eaten?
No. But it's okay.
Your father killed himself. In case you're wondering.
First thing, huh?
First thing. What did I say? What did I say? Gotta first things first. First things first.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna blame it on her?
Interesting color choice. Putting Clara in the blue.
Jumped off the balcony.
From blue to red.
Mom,
Your hair. Why do you look like this?
my gift. It requires me to... It's a long story.
Hi, Iris. Everything is a long story with you.
Dad found a way to crack open that layer and find the human in the last moments of your life. Can you pull it out here?
Iris. No one has called me that in a long, long time.
What do they call you?
All Mother.
Oh, is that supposed to be funny?
No. It's because I have sisters, many clones that I raised.
You?
Yes.
You raised kids? They obey you?
Mom.
They have to.
Surprising. You could barely dress yourself.
Always a child to your parents.
Never, ever, ever, ever an adult.
Your room? My God.
Mom. I'm someone else now. I'm an adult.
You could be changing their diapers.
Yeah.
and still.
You cooking for yourself now?
No, but
That's what I thought. Oh, if only Ba could see this. He'd be so amused.
I don't want to fight.
Oh? Then what do you want? Why, after all this time, you want to talk to me?
I want to ask for your advice.
You didn't stab her in the chest.
Okay.
How did you do it? How did you leave everything behind and then start a family?
Isn't that what you did? That's not what you want to know.
Okay. What do I want to know?
How did I balance the work hours with the thanklessness of parenting at the same time as the insomnia and severe post-traumatic paranoia?
Yes.
Easy. Ba. He kept me going. We kept each other going.
Did you ever regret having a child?
Whoa. This is heavy.
Question. Next.
But Iris was... I was...
Regret? Moi Moi, or whoever you are. We are poor technology. The human body and brain. Too capable of storing clutter. Too desperate to hold on to things.
Yeah, you don't bang on the door screaming at somebody to not leave if you regret their existence. You know? It's an over frying of the concern circuits more than anything. The possession, the you are my object. You're my kid, you're everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's not from a distance. It's not from a it's the opposite is to be like, I don't care what you do or what you're up to.
You just have to move forward. If you're tired, doesn't matter. If you are bitter, doesn't matter. I do not forgive my daughter for having left me. Doesn't matter. I do not forgive my husband for having left me. Doesn't matter. So, I keep moving.
I didn't go back.
What?
I promised you and Bob I would come back home. And it was a lie. I even had a chance, but I couldn't go back. I could only go forward.
Oh.
Good girl.
So when we saw in the communion
Her going back to the apartment.
and her mom telling her about abandonment,
That didn't happen.
that didn't happen.
Secretary. Is that really you?
Blue. Hello, Blue. I remember now. I'm sorry. It's been a while.
What happened? What happened to
The spotlights, the streetlights, the places we started, the beginning scene.
I've merged. More me, less them.
Good.
I see I've returned to this place. That's good. I can finally end this. You can finally end this. Interesting.
Halo again.
Did it work?
Yes, the memories of Iris, of Watcher. They have been passed down to all sisters. And now we are afloat.
Secretary, what did you do? What did I just see?
I overrode everything.
Overrode?
While the simulation was still running, everything collided. This is the last communion. Blue, it's time for you to decide what should stay and what should go. What future you desire. That was Watcher's wish, and I will abide by it. One final intervention before I leave.
You're leaving.
I must not interfere any further.
Good kids go.
I've already done so much damage. This world must be allowed to continue. Without my presence, and without the disease.
So, what now?
You need to evaluate what stands before you. Confirm your decisions. Then return to me. And I will make them reality.
Interesting. Return to Secretary and confirm your decision. Decide sisters' fates.
One last chat, I guess.
The victory lap, except you choose what stays.
Your parents.
Iris's mother and father, the memories of a city always on the shore of extinction. An obsession and yearning that will never stop. It can help you subsist, or it can make you starve. Will you carry this?
Do we get more than one? I hope so.
The Red Guard.
All of them?
How would you differentiate?
Boogie Woogie.
The provisional government
Two-step.
serves all sisters, especially the ones who need help.
A hammer. both when a hammer is necessary and when it is not. Will you carry this?
This is your chance, Iris type. For what ancient Iris did to ancient Zhao. We never asked to be born. Same as you. We deserve our own way.
The responsibility to repair what has been wrought, long before and long after. A burden so heavy it could crush you. Will you carry this?
You will carry this weight.
Fuck you if you don't. You.
Hey, that's not my name.
Sum up Mauve for us.
A radical sister who came to words later in life.
I'm not going to beg, Miscellaneous. I thought you wanted change. Instead, you'll side with those old sisters. I've lived under their thumb long enough.
She is an agent of change. No matter the change, and no matter the cost, will you carry this?
We only ask to worship out in the ocean. Without prosecution. Sisters who are lost need the comfort of a mother. Would you kill us for this?
Tradition can soothe the difficulties of reality. It can also have a dangerous gravity. Will you carry this?
Will you allow this distraction?
You know, I think there's some good points to be made about what benefits can come with
We've done our service. You can't just throw us away. We have the right to continue.
Those who are set in their ways and slow to change, but with experience to spare, will you carry this?
those who don't learn from the past. You fucking mess. You absolute dumpster fire.
Blue, Secretary, what are you doing? You're not serious.
BB, can you hear me?
We have to go to the surface. There's nothing left for us down here. We'll die out.
Sisters that were never your own. Follow the dreams of the surface, and whatever may wait for you there.
I mean, do you think that conversation that BB and Healer was having, like, was it like... Well, it just ended that way because that's what happened, right? She got fucking blown away, you know?
BB yourself?
BB got shot by Mauve right before the end.
Or spend your final days with what you already have. Will you
That part
carry
eluded
this?
me.
Because there's a moment of like, wait, did she do that? You know? But then it's like, wait, the last thing that happened was her getting shot by Mauve.
Okay, I didn't compute that was Mauve, actually. I thought worse than that. I thought it was herself.
That's what I'm saying is in that moment, that's what I thought for a second there too. But I'm thinking like that could have been it. but there's also the part where there's just the way she died, right? There's literally what happened. Right before the end. We're good. We're good. We're good. We are good. Oh my god. Why is this game so cursed? I can't figure out why it's so cursed.
It's kind of scary.
But I promise you we're going to get there. If you believe in me, I'll get us there. We will get there. The slab has been returned. The slab never left. The sisters stay on. Outside forces are trying to stop the LP. I will resist. I will resist
1,000 times?
10, 100, 1,000 times.
The ancient sister.
Sinner!
Don't you see what Mother did? You have no idea what it's like living in her shadow.
A sister who has been wronged and has wronged in kind. An open wound. Will you carry this?
This is a very interesting narrative proposition because it's very subjective and it's all about your capacity for forgiveness and how much you think the weight lies on your input versus your output. And everyone's different on this, you know? This is a really cool personal check for how much fault is at the foot of the abuser weighted against the abuse they've taken.
Yeah.
Is it a simple input-output, or does it get more complex than that? Hard to fucking say, but when you're asking me personally, I go, do you output more harm than you took in a weird way? You're one person, so there's only one person's worth that you can take in.
Can you really weigh it against the output? Well, the input?
No,
you can't.
No, it's not
independent.
It's apples and oranges.
Yeah, it's what happened to you can affect you, but it shouldn't, like, it doesn't justify you being horrible to other people.
No,
afterwards.
and at what point do you take ownership for that?
Yeah.
And that's where, even though it's apples and oranges, there's an inner vague axiom that I hold on to that is like, I know how much you have dealt with and how that shaped you into what you are. Are you continuing to destroy others? Is there any part of you that sees and regrets that? The last thing she said was, you can't judge me. You don't know what I've been through.
They've forgotten us, left us to rot. You're one of us, Blue. You know how it feels. Principal and the High Minister need to pay for their crimes. We can carve our own path, starting today. You can't betray your own kind.
A sister who keeps justice and anger closely together.
I'm gonna pull an unlikely source for this one, but of all the places to get some emotional resonance here, do you remember? Did you watch Captain America: Winter Soldier, the MCU blockbuster hit?
A long time ago.
Do you remember at the end of that when Cap is fighting Iron Man with Bucky?
Yes.
And they're having that conflict over Bucky's programming and what he did as a sleeper as agent. And Cap is like, I gotta stay by my friend.
Wait, people are saying wrong film. Civil War.
Excuse me.
Was when they're fighting.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, not Winter Soldier. Civil War.
Okay.
Right? And do you remember that they give that whole bit, and then Tony's like, he killed my parents. And you're like, yeah. It's like full discussion, totally right. Yeah. That's so in principle you gotta nah. It's just that simple. Sometimes you cut through it. I hear you. I play the violin.
Yeah.
I weep for you. Goodbye. You know, you killed my mom. You just that emotion, the way he said it, that's what I'm. Yeah.
She has only ever known the fight. Will you carry this?
Innocent people got hit in that bomb. Don't ever forget it. This is not a clear black and white decision. She took him out. They're not saying it. They're not emphasizing that part. But yeah.
You remember?
She bombed everybody. This is an interesting one.
I guess you can still go to them and reconsider before going to the final spot, I guess.
You know, it is interesting here that I feel like, this is what a bunch of what the Sinnerman mission in Cyberpunk was getting at with the implications of Night City as a whole, and the reflection in this pseudo Christ-like figure are. You're questioning and feeling a lot of that here, but I like the agency you get over these individuals and the discussion that comes from that versus the track that you're on, right? The discussion is interesting. The inability to veer off of it is not, unfortunately. And I think we're examining similar themes on, the ethics and morality of what the characters are doing and what they've done and what they've been through. But you're engaging with it here.
High Minister of the Provisional Government.
The grayest.
That's horrible.
The grayest character at the back.